6:14 p.m.
Okay, so we've ended the closed meeting and waiting for folks to get back.
Shuffle back.
Why don't you just go ahead and go
Now the
2 minutes.
public comment section is
Wait, put
just
that thing on.
comment, right? We're not
Right, it is strictly
responding
comment, it's
to-
not
okay.
Q&A.
Got it. Okay, that's what I thought. Just checking.
I left it at 5 minutes. I didn't want anybody to think shortchanging.
You think people would start coming in here?
Oh, I would love that.
If they're in the middle of a conversation, they might be
Yeah,
loath
that's
to
true.
exit.
Yep.
Oh.
So it goes.
Well, I'd like to welcome everybody back. Also, we have a new person. That's wonderful. Done with closed session. I think all that remains is public comment. And 5 minutes for everybody ought to give everybody. I mean, we only have 3 people, so it should keep us on time.
Indeed.
Would you guys mind introducing yourselves?
What happened to everybody else?
They left.
Actually, come to think of it, I don't need you to introduce yourselves. You can if you want, but
Well,
I think you need to.
I think you should for the
I
stream.
think you should.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
oh yeah,
can do
I think
that.
for the stream
yeah,
that'd
for
be
the
good.
stream you should introduce yourselves.
Yes.
I'm forgetting that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So if we could just go closest to furthest,
Sure.
Do you like yell for the microphone?
might be a good idea. Project.
I can't yell. So
Okay.
Whoa. Thanks, Bill.
Now that would be a secret meeting with the lights out.
We're not having enough cloaks and shit.
Okay, he was texted. So
Sweet.
he'll show up.
All right, so
Thank you.
come closer.
I know it's a shot, obviously.
Gina unable to project, but
Yes.
here and enthusiastic.
So we introducing, I'm Gina Peluso, I am on the PC, and I host Women Making Waves. I'm glad that you guys got together and had an emergency meeting before the associates meeting so that you would have some stuff to share tonight. I appreciate that. I was wondering, you know, I've been spending a lot of time reading the bylaws. Was wondering if there was a meeting where you guys voted to have this meeting, because the bylaw says you're supposed to do that. That a majority of the executive officers are supposed to vote to have a special meeting. So if you did have an if you did have a meeting where you voted on this, then those minutes should also be available. Because any kind of a meeting, even an executive committee meeting, the minutes are supposed to be available for folks to look at. So I just wanted to put those points out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brian Dunn. I do Cassette Cacophony and My West Show. And I don't really have that much to say other than I appreciate everyone that's on the board, and that I appreciate everyone who takes time out of their lives to try to keep WEFT alive, and that, you know, a lot of people I see on WEFTA, they expect a lot of things, which is good, and expectations need to be there, but there also needs to be an understanding that, you know, we're all just people donating time, and that only so much can happen, and that there's only so much that should be expected, you know, and like, just because someone's trying really hard doesn't mean that the perfect thing comes out of it. And I just wanted to say that, you know, I appreciate everyone, and I hope that as many people are listening to this board meeting as the last board meeting, where I just say that, you know, I can tell that everyone on the board has good intentions, and I appreciate that.
Thank you,
Throwing
Brian.
some positivity
Thank you.
out there.
Bill, what do you do next?
I defer to Mike since he's got somewhere to go sooner.
I'm an observer.
Oh,
I had.
well, why don't you
You
introduce
can
yourself
introduce
so you're
yourself.
on the
It's not
record?
public comment.
Hi, I'm Mike Feldman. I'm the Associates Executive Committee Chairman, and I have a bunch of copies of paper, including some that's now obsolete, in the car to hand out at the meeting. And I don't know, someone suggested via email that I could make an opening statement at the associates meeting and sway the whole thing toward reasonableness as opposed to infighting. And I,
Good luck.
well, there's that. I'm loath to use the term tipping point, but the meeting might actually have one if we get off on the right foot. It might be pleasant meeting. I've been surprised before that meetings I thought were going to be agony turned out to be not so bad. And I'm hoping that we'll have a few candidates to bolster this body, including 2 good ones. And I'll wait until we take nominations to know for sure.
Bill?
My name is Bill Saylor. I've been with WEFT since 1993. Actually walked in 1992. I'm going to tell all of you right now, I'm not running for the board. So we don't have to spend that time at the meeting, but that's come up before. I am interested in carrying forward and seeing if we can make it through.
As we all are. Yes.
That's good to hear, because 3 hours ago I wasn't so sure what was
In
happening.
fact, I'm sorry, Bill, you go
That's all
ahead,
right.
I don't want to interrupt.
Good to hear. I spoke with Todd recently. To that end, I've been kind of contemplating what contributions I might make in the short term towards that end. One of which, as I offered to Todd, is at the last regularly scheduled meeting, there was a discussion about the June member election, how to pay for the mailing. That's something I can write a check towards. More generally, I would like to say that WEF could use some improvement in communications in general, and it's been a long-standing problem. But as far as trying to both not get further in the hole and also explaining to people the reality of where we are at and the support we would like from them, the communications need to be more clear, signed in person, that kind of thing. I'd be happy to work with teams that are doing that kind of thing, but personally, again, I'm not going to be running for the board or necessarily any other regular committee. What I do hope to be doing at the associates meeting shortly is offering to coordinate the effort to build a float for the 4th of July parade. I've been trying to gauge in the past couple weeks whether that will make sense, whether anybody else has a claim to be running public relations that should be coordinated with. So, I mean, that's part of why I asked for an agenda item at the associates meeting in order to get more information and then send a list around and get a group of people together. Briefly, I would not be able to do the whole thing. Eleni has signed us up. So, as usual, we got in good, so we should have a slot. I've got the rules from the committee, a copy of them from the parade, entry, that kind of thing. I've got some ideas. I'll float them out there. What I don't have is a trailer and a vehicle. I'm not a truck guy. I don't have a vehicle that can tow a trailer. We don't necessarily need that, but I'm just throwing that out there now that that's one of the things I'm going to be asking for to see where we might go with this, if it's feasible. As far as costs, again, as far as like building a structure or something, or even renting a trailer, I'm happy to do that out of pocket. So, just want to put that information out there mainly.
I believe Vicki would like to.
Yeah, did you see the list out on the bulletin board? There were a couple of names of people who
It's
were
me and Gina
interested.
so far.
That's it.
I didn't
I
look
did.
at the names, I just saw there were.
As of
and
like 3
I
days
had
ago.
a new trainee on Sunday who is interested in doing work for PR. So I'll email him and ask him if he might be interested. I'll share his name with you.
And the last one is Mark.
I have nothing.
Okay. Well, I guess I would thank everybody for showing up and expressing your concerns, and fellow board members for showing up and doing what we're elected to do. I would make a motion. I move we adjourn.
Second. Sure.
Second from Vicki. Anyone opposed? We're good? Okay. See everybody hopefully at the associates meeting.
I did.
Yes. Okay.